Greetings, dear audience. This is Self Mastery 101, and today I'm just giving you updates. So, this was a very grueling week. This is full on raw footage of spirituality and spiritualism working directly with the Lord. It is not easy. So, I have been running on fumes, but today was gas out day. So yesterday, I had to pass the grueling test with the Lord. I went and got my groceries, and there was so much I had to buy. I just said, let me just try to do all of this on one trip. However, it was really not that possible. I've tried to wait for a bus, but I realized, no, I'm on fumes with cash. And I said, okay, I'm just gonna have to take breaks as I'm walking just to make sure that the bags don't break. And I was struggling. All of a sudden, there was a very kind-hearted person who offered me a ride to where I needed to be. And the person said, I saw you struggling and carrying your bags. And I said, you know what? Do you need a ride? And I said, absolutely. And it wasn't that far for the person to drop me off. However, it was far away in terms of all of the groceries that I had. And the person said, I cannot believe you actually were going to try to walk all the way to where you needed to go. That's too far. And I was so gracious, and very grateful to the Lord, and kept thanking Him over and over again. And when the going gets rough for me, I knew something was going to happen, because I just said, I just have to keep going. It is what it is. I have to pass these tests. And the Lord knows what I don't like is completely being broke. It's horrendous for me, and it makes my body uncomfortable, because I don't like relying off of people, so I'm not going to ask anybody. And I was just imagining, how long will this last? Because it just seemed like everything was costing more and more money, and the Lord provided for me, and at least I was able to get my groceries. And then I always do His work, especially during the week. And I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to do anything today. However, I kept hearing, you need to get up. And it was my body resisting and saying no, because this is really flat busted broke. And I've been very disciplined with any little money that I get, even saving pennies just in case. And there was another person, I was so grateful. They helped me with bus fare. So I'm where I need to be, and I'm still doing the same thing that I do every single week. Nothing has been tainted. And I knew that not doing the Lord's work was going to be unacceptable to the Lord. So, as uncomfortable as I was, I still had to do the Lord's work and just be obedient. And the place where I was, the gate wouldn't open, and I knew I had to be somewhere. And with all my sicknesses, I just said, I knew I was weak, like physically weak. And I wasn't used to that. I've always been extremely physically fit and extremely physically strong, where I can do the impossible. And with my ailment, no. However, today, because the gate wouldn't open for a vehicle, it was unbelievable the strength that I got back. Because yes, I did push that gate open as if it wasn't anything. And I said, okay, praise be to God, to whom all praise is due now and forever. Amen. Because the Lord's restored my strength. So basically, I get the strength when I'm supposed to, and if I'm not, then I don't have it. And if I'm supposed to slow down, I have to slow down. I'm forced to slow down. If I'm supposed to hurry up, speed it up, it's whatever the Lord wants. It's very uncomfortable with this, like completely on fumes. My body's not liking this. I don't even like it. It's almost like I just want to sleep until any kind of money comes. I don't want to deal with this. But I was able to do it. I did this. I'm doing the same thing that I do every week. I have my Lord's schedule of what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to go. And it's a lot, actually, that He has me assigned to do. And God's team has been winning, so that's amazing. And I'm really hoping that this week has some serious changes in terms of my finances. But I knew it. It is complete spiritual week, just having nothing and just relying off of faith. But I'm still getting something. I just don't like the uncomfortable feeling. And when I'm this uncomfortable, I despise everything. So I thank you for your time and have a blessed one, my friends.